difference between the 4th gear and the 6th gear. A big difference.
Okay.
What we need to do, can we do a video between the 4th gear max RPM and the 6th gear?
Yeah.
And we can show it on the dash,
Yes.
what's going on the dyno.
Yeah.
Because it's not revving out in 4th gear properly.
Yeah. Okay.
That's 4th gear and that's 6th gear. But it ain't the peak horsepower, look at it from the range.
Wow.
It's a different bike.
Modern bikes.
Fly by wire.
Fly by wire, yeah.
Yeah. Fishing with an iron. See how it revs on?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to show that on the...
Well, do what you said you were going to do.
Do a 4th gear and then change it to the 6th gear and do another one.
Yeah.
It revs differently.
Yeah.
It changes. You can push it into the red, but that's not the way you would normally do it. But in 6th gear it goes right into it, it's no problem at all.
But that's modern bikes, isn't it? Because we were just talking about before why most dyno operators will always do 4th gear for power runs, which is
reason being because any restrictions that were in it would no longer be relevant.
Yeah.
Because of, if I would say, ignition retard, you know, the TPS knockoff and so forth and so on. But this now, with it all having a fly-by-wire, changes the ballgame because you don't actually know if you get 100% throttle there, if you're getting 100% throttle down there.
no.
And obviously, we're not getting everything we wanted down there.
No.
Because the electronic brain in here is changing it.
Yep.
Which is really, really exciting.
Yeah.
Because this is, I would say this is probably a 2nd generation fly-by-wire bike now in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Because the Kawasaki, the Yamaha and the other, you know, you've got Suzuki and so forth, they're all out there, but this seems a little bit more advanced than it's a overall thing.
So soon, should we be doing all power runs in top gear?
We might end up having to. We might end up having to do power runs with the front wheel rotating. Or we have to have some sort of gizmo that goes in to the electrical system to say this is common. Because sooner or later, Euro's going to bugger everything up and we ain't going to be able to turn that stuff off.
Ah, true.
They're going to say you can't turn it off.
Yeah.
Like cars, you can't turn it off on cars.
No, it's true.
So I have my bikes.
Yeah. Well, okay. So let's turn some of these things off. Should we see how we did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fluker because we've got, as you did it, you leant on the tank, was then pushed on the.
Oh, right, okay.
So we got 133 pound full of torque now.
There you go. We lent on the thing and we got 298. That's the best Panigale ever. Ever. Right, let's see how we did.
Right, so we go back to where we were. Let's shrink this down. So our first run in 4th gear, okay, was 186.13 with 79 pound-foot of torque.
Okay, what's that in newton meters?
Let's change it over to nutty meters for you.
I'm a modernist when it comes to this.
Yes.
Well, the manufacturers all started using it years ago. They changed, didn't they? To
Yeah, but they're changing from brake horsepower to you know, PSs
Yeah.
and so forth. That's the other thing is, when you look at manufacturers' figures, have a look at actually what they're registering them in. Because this is not a brake horsepower figure, this is a horsepower figure that we're actually how much power it takes to accelerate, not to de-accelerate. Brake horsepower figures were in around years and years ago when you used the old force that took to bring something down under full acceleration.
Okay.
So anyway, this is 186.13 with 107.11 noddy meters. Now we then put it in 6th gear. Okay, and
big difference.
A little bit of horsepower there, 1 horsepower gain at peak.
Yeah.
A little bit of torque, but it's this mid-range grunt.
Yeah.
Now, if we go across to here, you know, from let's say, I don't know, where are we at? Let's go 9.5 from 138 in 4th gear to 146 in 6th gear.
Yeah, that's balmy.
Electronics controlling this bike massively.
Yeah, well, the MV did the same the other day, didn't it? The F3800, exactly the same thing.
The torque's gone up from 103 to 109.
Which is an appreciable difference.
And this is exactly the same bike. This is like 2 minutes apart the runs are. So I'm just going banging them out, and that's what difference the fly-by-wire is making in retrospect of the ECU being controller. Yep.
Now I did some rough maths before coming in, which I haven't done since GCSEs, and I worked out that 214 horsepower, which is what they're claimed.
Yeah.
Now we know the rule of thumb is 12%. However, with conditions and stuff, it can be anywhere between 10 and 15% reduction.
But it can move, can it?
It can move. But 12 is about right.
12 is the average.
Would you know what this comes to at 12?
No.
188 point something, and that is 186 or 87. Sorry, 188 that one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could give it 5 minutes and we'd pull a little bit more out of it.
But that's bang on.
Warm now.
That you minus that thing off, and that is bang on Ducati's claim.
Yeah.
So, which is, and it is now the most powerful superbike. The H2's got a 190, I think it does 192, I can't remember, but that is. Okay. All right, mate, can we go back to our V4 dyno and just put it against a couple of rivals?
Yes, what would you like it against?
RSV4 first, please.
Oh,
because that is the bike it will be most likely fighting with.
Aprilia. 2017?
Yeah. There we go.
There he is. Boom! 179 to 187.
179 to... Wow.
So the torque side of things, 105 to 111. So this is, but this isn't 1100cc. This isn't 1000.
No.
Like in retrospect of that Aprilia, this Ducati is 1100.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. What else is there? How about the... Right, just to have a laugh, can you put it up against the Fireblade we tested?
Right, Honda.
There you go.
Oh dear. I'll take that Aprilia off.
Yeah, take the Aprilia off.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. But then again, it's 1000cc, not 1100.
Yeah. And it's not a bad bike, to be fair. I quite enjoy the Fireblade because it only makes that horsepower. You can rinse the life out of it everywhere, and that counts for something.
And Hondas are so nice, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
What else we got then?
R1. Even though the R1 is slightly changed, but for this year, but it's mostly electronics. So R1 2017.
Yeah. 176.
Yeah,
but it doesn't. It's going to lose out something chronic.
Yeah, because it's 1000cc.
Yeah, but it's going to lose out. The fly-by-wire is just killing it. You know, Yamahas are quite restrictive on the fly-by-wire butterfly arrangement.
Look how it jumps up in the space of 1000 RPM, 100 odd horsepower.
Yeah, that's because the ECU's going. Now we can open.
Yeah,
my precious.
Wow. S1000.
Now that one. Boom, but it's not a nice.
No, I remember it being all over the place.
Remember this dip?
Yeah, that we couldn't get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, It's good horsepower. All the 1000cc bikes are all around about the same. Mm-hmm. There ain't a lot in there.
No.
Give or take. You bear in mind that's got 1800 miles on it. The Honda may have had less or more. It's, you know, it all plays a part on it.
Yeah.
But most definitely, as a sports bike,
Yeah.
this one is the highest. Unless
It
you
is.
put it against an H2.
Yeah, which is only 3 horsepower more than the Euro
Yeah.
4 190 horsepower.
Plus, it's got a supercharger on it.
And it has a supercharger.
Yeah.
So, just to come back to this little wee beastie then, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts. I think it's a lovely bike. I think it is a lovely bike. Mm-hmm. I think it'd be an absolute nightmare to work on as a workshop machine. But then again, that's modern bikes all over.
Yep.
They're all like that.
Very compact and
Yeah. If you expect to be able to get the spark plugs out very easily in 20 minutes, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I dread to think what spark plugs are in this, and they're probably longevity plugs and so forth and so on. I like Ducati's race pedigree and their ethos of gone passing that down onto road bikes. I think it's a brilliant idea. Aluminium fuel tank centralisation and all the other bits and pieces, which you have to do that. It's got all the Brembo stuff on it. It's got everything you would want on a bike. Olins, electronics and so forth and so on. You know, it's got lithium ion battery. It's got everything. You're just throwing it at it.
Yeah.
The only thing it hasn't got at this stage, which I would like to see on one, is a nice full system.
Ooh. Yeah. I think that when you get rid of that will be very interesting to see what happens.
I think it'd be a lovely thing. I think the noise on it will be phenomenal. Not to say that this isn't nice. In this standard Euro 4 form, this is very nice.
Yeah. When you're riding it, it's loud.
It's very nice.
Yeah. It's nice.
It's very, very nice indeed.
Cool. Right then. Thank you very much, James.
Thank you.
See you next time. Bye.